Time to get really nerdy. Let's talk about die mechanics. Now, different dice provide different measures of chance in a role-playing game. Now, you don't actually need dice for a role-playing game. There are several games that have been produced that use either cards or like rock, paper, scissors, or even just not having any randomizer at all. And that's fine. Those are still role-playing games. But there are a few different kinds of die mechanics that you see repeated over and over again. Now, the most well-known is the D20 mechanic, which is you roll a D20, you add or subtract modifiers, and you're trying to hit a target number. Now, in combat, that's an armor class, but it also is the target number for any number of things that you're trying to do, depending on the system. And that's excellent. It's an easy one to use. It's an easy one to develop for. The pluses and minuses actually have meaning because the D20 has enough range in it that those have distinction. You have the dice pool, where you have an individual target number and you add up all of the dice in the pool that makes the success. Now, this is used in Shadowrun and World of Darkness, a few others, and it has the value of being particularly swingy sometimes, but there is something satisfying about rolling that number of dice. You feel more powerful by adding more dice. There is a roll and keep type system where you roll a larger number of dice, but you're only keeping a certain number. That's also an important one. And Cortex Plus uses that. And then there's also another classic that's almost as old as the D20 setup, which is the straight percentile. You're rolling 2d10 to get a percentile amount, and all of these skills or abilities help you determine what percentage chance you have to do a thing, and you're just rolling for a percentage. In some ways, it's almost less abstracted than the other systems. Each of these different die mechanics have different values to the game system and help shape your experience while playing them.